I'm OP, and in today's episode, we will be going over some of the best highlights from the matchup between Gen.G and HLE during Round 3 of the LCK 2024 Spring Playoffs. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
That passing it on, he says, okay, thank you, Peanut. Now I'm going to go mid and maybe trying to look towards the top side, but these Krubs are already gone. This is here, who is going to be going for the Leandries first, and, he's going to have the extra health and has the grasp already, so he's just going to be sitting back on huge amounts of health. I mean, we're talking like probably up to 3,000 plus eventually, as it is HLE Life Esports who will pick up the first Drake and
just actually gets so much value, just a consistent heal in the laning phase, especially as you said, like a pick like the Rek'Sai or a pick like the Akali really helps you to sort of...
Okay, gonna try to continue on this play. Keen has no idea, as now the ping is gonna come out in mid, but might be a bit too late as the Rek'Sai ult. Hard to get away from this one as Keen is just so dead, and they're gonna get first blood over to Zeka here on his Akali.
Spike. We'll have to see how the fight breaks out.
All right, well, Edge flash over the wall. They want to engage on the Sejuani. Not the best pick, but now the 1v1 in the mid lane as well. And now the Zeri looking to chase down, but the Phelios damage over the wall. Now the TP coming in from Keen, but here is Doran as well, looking to turn it onto the Urgot, who is left all alone. And down he will go as Viper picks up a kill in this game, the second for HLE Life Esports.
Disengaging from him, but it meant Chovy wasn't present. It was only really Paze trying to do damage, and it's very hard to cut through this front line of HLE Life Esports. And then Keen joined, was just immediately not in the right position, so...
He's going to drop down the Rift Herald. This was spotted that they were doing this, but Gen.G just electing to let it go. And now Keen is kind of like just alone here. There is a turret, but it's nearly gone. And you would imagine that, yeah, they're just going to turn on to Keen here. The Black Cleaver is getting some work done into Doran, but no flash, no help, and no Urgot. He's just dead.
Yep, completely isolated here, and Gen.G might try and look on the other side, but you're trying to dive an Alistair. It's a hard ask. And in the meantime, a second charge comes through.
Gen.G going to start up this Drake. HLE Life Esports say, well, we already have 2 Drakes, but they are still going to TP into this one. The Light has a fantastic angle. Gen.G caught between a rock and a hard place. That Wukong already getting started. They engage on that backline as Paze. He does survive for a bit, and down will go the Zeri, but now Zeka is a huge force to be reckoned with as Chovy is left alone on the right side, but there is the fear coming in from the Urgot, and that should be enough to turn this fight around as Doran is the one to survive, but the rest of his teammates are gone.
Yeah, and actually Gen.G managed to get a handle on the fight. The value from the Urgot, absolutely massive there. Paze goes down almost immediately, and what looks like an initial good setup from HLE Life Esports, but they're just feeling the pressure of that silent threat the Urgot.
Well, Viper still has his flash, so that's one thing he's got over Paze, I suppose.
There's a TP. They could back off now and be happy with getting the TP if they wanted.
Yeah, the hook is going to miss though, and there's the engage, the turn onto the Urgot, who is so tanky but not tanky enough, immediately goes down the turn. Super crisp from the side of HLE Life Esports. That's going to get the top laner of Gen.G down. And now a 5v4 situation for HLE Life Esports, plus that teleport you were talking about. He's fine, he's Rek'Sai.
Yeah, he's right. Like the Urgot's doing so much damage with the Aerie Shred.
Oh, wait,
no.
They had a ward. Paze backing in a very precarious spot. He has to flash, and now he's got Akali on him. He's just dead. Down goes Paze. Essentially, for free is now Lahan's desperate to save his teammates, but nearly goes down himself.
And well,
and they're just going to start the Baron. I mean, no Phelios, that is a
low.
Huge chunk of damage gone.
Look how low Keen and Lahan's are already.
Yeah, and they can easily turn if they want to. I mean, here we go. There's the turn. A massive Wukong ultimate SD divide is huge from the side of Chovy, but you can't get away from the Akali just right on top of them as they continue. But Chovy is getting huge value. They go so far into the Azir that, I don't think you're going to be able to take out the Rek'Sai, though, as Chovy, he's still going to give it a try. He's still full health. They never got on top of the Azir.
Extra safety, and you saw just the constant damage he's putting out in these fights. He is a problem, but he's not one with an easy solution. And he does kind of save that passage of play for Gen.G. On top of that, Gen.G can just run straight over the dragon. And we'll be able to equalize in terms of those. Not only does this mean that HLE Life Esports are still really far away from a soul, but it means Elder is not going to be a prospect for a long time. And Gen.G can continue to be alive to get the value of. Just press R once and your job is done.
And then just die and then let your team do the damage.
Let Chovy do the work.
Yeah. They're committing to this Baron, although you can tell they're looking for a turn as well. As the angle coming in, that ult from the Sejuani not going to do anything, as here is the turn. Zeka on the flank, his Zeri ultimate is going to be popped as a big engage comes in from that, and a massive follow-up from Delight as they get in the back of it. But look at Toby, he's still full health, he's still turning this one around alongside a Keen, and now it's going to be Zeka against Toby, and Zeka with a triple kill already. He is looking to finish this one off. He's got Doran with him as well. The Q timing is off, but it's still a quadra for Zeka in the team fight.
What a huge team fight for Hanwha Life Esports. Played so perfectly by...
And they're soaking damage.
Yeah, and struggles a lot, you know. Try to lock down. If you ult Doran, it does basically nothing. Keep flanked. This is from Zeka. He is so fed right now.
He is so gigantic, and they're engaging onto Rek'Sai. I mean, they have a huge amount of damage, but it's a Rek'Sai, guys. As the engagement Delight, not that great, actually. Doesn't get to the backline. Paige is totally fine, and the fight is broken up here. Hanwha Life Esports do not find the angle, and Gen.G, they turtle up, and they win this one in a big way. 2 kills already.
And you see the difference in this situation. You know, they didn't have Doran, and their turret had so much value in that situation. It gave Gen.G a position to back off to, a position of safety to retreat into, and you can see Zeka was so hesitant about diving in. Once again, the team fights are so down to the wire in this game.
They're trying to get this dragon, and yeah, they
give it up.
They just don't have the time. And yes, they're mobile, they'll get away, but this is a thanks for the leash moment as they go from Baron to the Cloud Drake, and now Gen.G have 3 Cloud Drakes stacked up.
But he just hasn't been able to touch the wave. Now trying to clear it out.
Zeka on the flank, and once again, just spotted by the Urgot. Doesn't get to play the game. And
such a good job of just checking these flanks consistently.
Yeah. And here we go. This turret should fall. I mean, there's not even minions in range, just the Void Bubs. And that will be enough. They will take down the top inhibitor. This is Baron.
It's crazy how Hanwha Life Esports have these really orchestrated plays to kill Pays, and then Gen.G so quickly turn it around on a Viper.
Yeah. Lens is going to flash away. Now the counter engage does come in, but that's a Rek'Sai. That's not the target. You guys want to hit it now? The Zeri is going insane mode. They way overextend in this fight, and now Gen.G are going to pay the price as Pays loses his GA. And one small mistake, one mistimed engage, and immediately Hanwha Life.
He's going through the heads. Oh, Doran snipes Chovy here. This
boy.
They might actually be able to get so... Could they even end here?
They're going to try.
He could just stop Chovy recalling forever.
Well, even if they don't get the end, they will take the mid inhibitor. And Doran absolutely will tank up this turret. You think he cares?
He doesn't take damage.
He doesn't take damage. He does not care at all.
Oh, great timing.
Yeah, he doesn't have the knockup now. And so Doran's just going to TP in. They're going for the end as they dive on a Toby. And he's Zonya as he stays alive. Zeka's tanking the turret. They can't take out the tank here. Doran doesn't do enough damage.
I don't think they can end now.
They're going to try. The Nexus is bare. They are hitting it. And the Zeri just does too much. The knockup comes in from Doran and denies the engage. And that is game number 1 going into the hand.
Typically something we've seen more into the Azir, kind of as a pick into that. But still, the power of the Singularity pretty huge in terms of causing issues. But overall, I kind of like Hanwha heal for heal, so no big takeaway from that one. Interesting enough, Pays actually went for the longsword early. We've seen Doran Star be heavily prioritized ever since they buffed it. You know, 100 health, really sizable, 10 AD as well, so it is the
early game. Peanut is going to smite away a second Void Buff, and might have to flash himself. Kind of an awkward spot here, 3v2 in favor of Gen.G as Doran's just going to go in, but he has to flash away now. He takes a massive amount from the Aatrox. And now Peanut's going to flash out of here.
Full set, you know, every single member. Only 700, and yet in terms of control in the past couple of minutes, it feels like it's all been Gen.G favored, and it's just been Hanwha Life Esports responding. And I feel like when one team has an Aurelion Soul and they're the ones who are kind of controlling the game, that's not a great...
Hanwha Life Esports have wildly other thoughts. They are going to start the Drake themselves, and they say, come at us.
They aren't unfazed. Zeka's looking, I think, for a wall angle here, though.
Yeah. It is a pretty nice wall angle, as the tidal wave is going to come in. There's the wall as well. Knock up here on the Lehens, who has to flash over that wall. And once again, just waiting to see who's going to get the flip on this Drake. It's Canyon in position as well, but it is going to go the way of Canyon. Peanut in a bit of trouble now. Has to use the Crescent Guard, and Keen is isolated. They take him out. First blood at 19 minutes.
Fortunately, but again, the Soul's not huge priority. They will take the kill in that situation. Canyon's got to be a bit careful.
Can't dash over those rocks, but they are setting up here. Chovy over the wall. Here he comes, but now a double bubble comes in from Lahens. Getting pretty far forward, though, and now Viper is just going to isolate Chovy and immediately punish him for that aggressive play.
Yeah, just on Peanut, on Zeka, diminishing the impact of that CC, so it isn't super easy for them as well into the Talia trying to engage.
Viper's going to dash into them, and yes, he cleanses, but I think he's just dead. Yeah, that was kind of confusing, as now Peanut has to flash the wall once again. They are really getting value out of that summoner spell, I guess. In the last game,
he's like, wait, can I get a pentakill hit? No, I cannot. Well, now we know the future.
I tested the limit.
Delight might be writing it down in a notebook, like cannot dash in 1v4 and kill them all.
Peanut's timing to go in.
Make use of that pressure, but HLE Life Esports like, no, we're taking the dragon. I mean, GenG could just kind of let them have it. They maybe try to steal Canyon, but don't fight.
Yeah. I mean, they have control of this brush here with the Ocean Rift, right? They're going to throw out an ult as well, just kind of half-heartedly. It doesn't do anything. Peanut still in the pit, waiting for this one, and the engagement just disappears in that back line. It's now over the wall. Here comes Viper. Can't really lock down a target, even gets moved back by the wall, but they're still on the chase. They should be able to get Canyon. They also picked up that Drake, of course. As Canyon, you're not going anywhere. He will go down, and they should give this kill over to Viper, which they do. That's 2 kills.
We talked about like the difficulties engaging for both sides.
Now there's rocks on the ground. They're just being poked over the wall. Pays dashes over the rocks, immediately dies. You can't afford to make the mistake. But now Viper, he's going to do it as well himself. But still, going to go the way of HLE Life Esports. Here's Chovy on the fly. He is going to get out, but HLE Life Esports
answer back on a Viper. Could have been devastating if the Zeri survived, but still, a mistake from GenG. I've got to be a bit careful here.
He's got the light at least, and you know what? He's going to poke out Lahens and Canyon at the same time.
I think it's kind of crazy when you see how little damage Zeka did there to Lahens, and then a shock blast.
Oh, it's a kill! It's a dead Nami! And it's right at the last moment of his recall.
I just think this has been such a rough performance from Pays this whole playoffs, honestly. You know, for a player who had such a standout
they see him too.
Debut year. Oh, just in the vision.
Thankfully, for his sake, he doesn't go down, but now you don't have flashes, you don't have summoners, and you still don't have vision. And somebody has to find this, and the damage from the chase is still incredible as the wall comes in. Zeka gonna be interrupted. He doesn't have his flash, but he stays alive with the help of his support. But now the Aatrox turns it around. Keen frontlining, and now you can't really get away from this dragon as Doran will go down, and GenG gonna ace them on the Baron.
It's an absolute massacre, and HLE Life Esports thought they had the edge, thought they had the setup, and they completely butcher it. A fantastic punish from GenG. They get all 5 members and are
this game yet.
The momentum's really picked up, and
Peanut, he is gonna get that Crescent Guard off.
That's a lot of damage.
Merc Tread's certainly helping out, but yeah, he is gonna have to back away.
Yeah, he's kind of hitting the point where Crescent Guard doesn't like bolster your tankiness. It's the only reason you're tanky. He nearly just got annihilated.
But the amount of poke that is coming out from the Lucian is palpable. As now you see even the Aurelion Soul, Chovy getting in on this one. Viper slowed down forever, and the push is continuing. No inhibitor's broken just yet, but GenG looking to use the last 50 seconds to take out this middle inhibitor. HLE Life Esports saying, okay, that's not a huge deal. We'll just let that one go.
And we can see how much the momentum is straight. This will be 3rd dragon for them. HLE Life Esports trying to find an angle in. I mean, look how ridiculous this is. What are you supposed to do? Just leave. Just leave. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, this is not the fight.
Protection that HLE Life Esports has.
Yeah, you definitely can. And he's... Okay, they're going to throw out an ult here, Viper. And he's going to have to dash away. Delight nearly loses his life, just flashes over the wall. It's now Keen with his World Ender trying to get something going here on the Zeka. As Peanut going to be frozen up. And HLE Life Esports are just on the run, but it's so difficult to run away from the Aurelion Soul as Peanut. He's going to get knocked up. The Crescent Guard will not save him forever. And this is exactly the team fight. Choke out huge portions of the map. with the Aurelion Soul, and the damage on the Baron is ridiculous with the Aurelion Soul as well. They're going to get Vision. They don't have Smite. Will they take the fight? I think they kind of just have to send it, as Zeka, he took that literally. He's going to send himself into that backline and is going to survive. Just barely, but the Baron will go to Gen.G.
And at this point,
respected it. They got the Baron and they got out, as Peanut in a very awkward spot here. He does have the Crescent card, so he will survive, but look at this. Viper is just going to go down. He immediately gets melted, and that's 2 kills that will go the way of Gen.G. Doran. Desperation as he jumps into the 2 of them, and it's just not going to matter. Gen.G looking to potentially put the cap on this one.
And HLE Life Esports got to be thinking back to that Baron play where they really ended up fumbling their advantage. It has cost them dearly, and now Gen.G should just be able to end. HLE Life Esports can try and make a desperation play, but I don't think they have a good chance.
Yep, definitely a desperation play. Gen.G looks like they have done it. No knock-up here on Jovi. And yeah, they're just trying their best, but this Nexus will go down as we are all tied up 1-1. We have a series on our hands.
Patch, they have a fantastic mid-jungle combo. They have Viper on Jinx, which I think is super powerful after changes, and Tom Kench for safety. On the side of Gen.G, you know, I think their bot's been...
You need it. And even early on, I think even when you do get the Leandries, it's not really going to matter, because
I think if
the sustain is too high.
I think you kind of need like Leandries, Oblivion Orb.
He's going for the kill. Flash on in, and Keen is in a lot of trouble. He is going to flash away, and now it's Doran in a lot of trouble as the knockup does not come in, and Keen picks up first blood. Peanut is here.
Should have this.
Yeah, I mean, there's no flash, so just flash on in, and there it is. 3 hits. Yeah. And down he just go.
Total gold ends up going in. Every time you walk in and up and threaten a charm, you eat a lot of damage in return.
This is on Vision from HLE Life Esports. Knock up here on Delight, essentially just zoning them away, but he is going to get the lick down onto Lahans. Just threatening it.
I think this pick is going to continue to be relevant throughout. Oh, they are got very dead.
Everybody is here, and Keen's just going to equalize on the wave. He knows he's dead. Kill will go over to Peanut, and he doesn't even really kill all the minions. Viper is fine. Doran is taking everything, and this time with the Ignite is actually struggling and gets flashed on. Ults in, and now they turn it around! You gotta be kidding me! Peanut here again, top of the morning with this Pengu, and Doran gets the full combo.
Doran's like, I can totally out-heal your damage, and then like, the end of a Flame Spitter, he's like, I'm good. I'm fine.
It's like kind of okay. This Dragon looks to be going the way. Canyon gonna hop over the wall though, and it does go to Canyon. Just slaps that one down with this W, but now this fight going heavily the way of HLE Life Esports. Pace just barely gonna get away, but Lands will go down first. The Light still on the chase here. Gets the slow on a Canyon, but that's a Jax. As the flash on in with the charm is huge from the side of Zeka. That's a second kill as Doran even gonna zone Chovy away from the fight.
I love how this composition plays. It's so fun seeing the Viari. As soon as Zeka starts getting kills, the chase down potential is there. The setup was good.
Enough information. And he knows it.
A good 6th sense on these things, honestly. Stopwatch being a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was way too powerful for the gold that it was... that it cost. As the slow comes down with the zap, and Peanut, he's so tanky, he is going to go down, but the Devour comes through, and Delight is in a really rough spot himself. Peanut now trying to flash away. He is going to barely get away thanks to Delight as...
Well, the lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe kill.
Chovy does not have vision of this, and he's going to get flashed on. No flash here for Chovy himself. Just waiting for that cooldown to see if he can get away, and just the edge of that one is going to hit away the Zeka, but it's not going to be enough, as Doran will follow up with his own ult, and that will be...
A little bit of a misplay from Zeka getting caught by the Emperor's Divide. You saw him try to step away from it, but didn't catch it, but it didn't matter in the end. Rek'Sai just so good for chasing down targets with that ultimate. Tower picked up, is traded in the bot lane. Also have 2 items for the Jinx as well. Dragon's now. Whoa.
Chovy TP'd right in front of that one, but at least Canyon is there. The equalizer is huge value, forces out the Devour already, and now Delight's in a little bit of a struggle, but Lahen's also getting super low, ticking away, and Doran follows over the top as Canyon trying to get away, and Chovy looking for the angle, but he gets Vi ultimated immediately. They do do take out the Jinx though, as the Zhonya's comes out, and Chovy, he wants to carry this fight all by himself, and it looks like he might just be able to create the space for FaZe on the chase, as the flash of the wall is not going to catch the Rek'Sai, but still a nice fight here for Gen.G.
I cannot imagine how much HLE Life Esports would be stomping this series if not for Chovy. It feels like every game, every fight, he has to be the most impactful member to give Gen. Definitely a bit of a lifeline for Gen.G. FaZe as well now 2-0-1 on the Zeri.
Oh, a play to be made here maybe, as we're going deep into that backline. Once again, the four-man into four-man knockup. You've got to be kidding me. They're going to take out one of them, actually two, as now the front line is being burned here by Keen. Picks up 2 kills by himself, but the backline was accessed the entire time by Doran and Delight, and Viper was untouched the entire fight.
Just such a beautiful engage. I feel like HLE Life Esports playing as a unit, the engages they find, just a treat to watch, honestly. And once again, it looked like he was a little bit hesitant. It looked like Peanut was
deciding. Keen, he did an insane amount of damage in that last fight. Maybe if he was doing more, could be able to like get something going on their side with their engage, and then maybe, you know, you burst someone down. But if he's going tanky, you don't.
His air build again. I thought he was going to go the damage build in this game. It appears not.
2 bruisery AP champs here on the side of Gen.G. Doran's eating some damage, but he's Rek'Sai. Delight's really the one. He goes way too deep. We've seen so many people get caught in that exact corridor.
But you still have so much power in these fights.
Look at the amount of pings that are going down here from the side of HLE Life Esports. They want to fight this, and I mean, you still have nice pick potential. You take someone out immediately, maybe you get it going. Also a potential for the steal as the equalizer doesn't do much. They get in the backline. It does go the way of Canyon and paces over the wall. They go super deep for this one as Chovy goes deep himself, but Viper gets away. Zeka over the wall with the flash, and will pick up a second kill. Viper on the chase here.
Charm on a Chovy, and Keen is just a bit too tanky right now. And maybe this is where Gen.G can get a big resurgence. They got a lot of gold from the previous passages of play. Oh, Delight.
Oh, Delight. He's going to flash away. The equalizer doesn't do much, but now Chovy gets the devour. Does Delight saves him for a little bit, but the dive is still there. Everybody on the side of Gen.G getting under that turret. As now the turn trying to come out here, but there's not a lot of damage left on the side of HLE Life Esports, and FaZe is running rampant in that backline. Zeka is barely going to get over the wall with his ult. Getting
Gen.G want to rush this immediately because they know Jinx has to run over here.
Well, okay, they're going to pull it out, and then they are going to rush it down. And Peanut still could try to send it, but I think that's pretty risky, and they're just going to let it go. Gen.G pick up Soul Point on the Mountain Soul.
And now they're actually in a... You have the enemy team carries going tanky, and they have double mountain. It feels really bad.
Unless Chovy just stands on choppers, but the turnaround is coming in, and now Doran is in a lot of trouble. He's going to be burned down, as nobody on the side of HLE Life Esports could follow up on that one. And Gen.G, a pick and maybe a Baron.
Kind of seeing what can happen if the Rek'Sai does end up falling behind a bit. He's just getting shredded. Not able to buy enough time with the ult, not able to get off in the CC. Zeka?
Well, at least he has the Banshees, I guess, and now just going to ult into the Nautilus, and Chovy finds an angle, only hits the top catch, and he's so low. A chance here for HLE Life Esports, but it is Delight to go down first. The flash on in. Viper doesn't have any more summoners. He's going to go down, and the chase of this call from Gen.G.
The team fight setup from Gen.G has really just been so good, baiting HLE in that situation, and now it's 2 members alive. Doran is spawning soon. They're going to have to try and stop the game from ending here and now.
Zeka, I think he needs this ult to actually... Oh, he's going to get the smite down. Will Peanut, and now the turn, and then 4-man knockup comes in, gives them a chance to pull this game back. You've got to be kidding me once again. Another charm is going to come in and hit base, and they clean them up entirely in the base.
Just when you think the game is ending, they manage to find their way back in. The question
is HLE Life Esports. Banana brush control for Gen.G. They have control of this area, and they execute it. As here we go, Zeka on in. Very nice hook here from Hens into the wall as Doran goes in, and the rocket hits the front line, and it just looks like Doran is unkillable, but he eventually goes down, and now Chovy is in the back line. A very awkward devour as Viper. He gets a reset, but he has no summoners, and he doesn't have the damage, but now a front line for Zeka. A chance, but the divide comes in, and Chovy stands tall alongside of FaZe. They do the damage in the pit, and that might just be enough as they take down the Mountain Soul.
Oh, but Zeka's actually TPing in.
But Chovy's insane right now. He's very fed himself, and Hayes is also Zeri.
They're so bulky. I mean, even Zeri has such high base stats, but like Zeri is the squishiest target on this Gen.G roster. And HLE Life Esports composition relies on getting resets. Hard to get any when they're so bulky.
All right, gonna go for Lehens, forces the flash. Spirit Rush utilized. And now they're on the run. It's kind of difficult to get away from this comp.
It's like you're forcing Gen.G back.
Well, yeah, you're gonna force them back. You're gonna force a fight, I would imagine. I mean, they could even look at the Nexus turrets, but now back's coming in. Now Life Esports don't want to overstep. Chovy looking for an angle now.
Oh, look at Lehens.
Yeah, he's thinking about it, surely. As is Chovy. Delight looking pretty tasty right now. Look at him trying to just hobble his way out of here, and the equalizer gonna slow him down even more. Delight, though, is on the top catch as flash forward here from Keen, trying to just get that damage in, and now Doran, he gets a knockout, but there's no follow-up here. Ults in, flashes away, and now a chance here for Chovy, gets in, gets a sweep, doesn't hit much, and now he has to go into his Zonias, and now Peanut over the wall. He's not gonna get over the wall! Not gonna get over the wall, maybe a good thing, actually. See?
Yeah, long wall there, you can tell they want to fight, but like Baron's up, Elder's up, you have to make something happen.
A charm. And a chance, and Canyon gets in, hits the stun up to everybody, and that's going to be the end of the Jinx, and maybe just the end of the game.
Not only is it a huge win for Gen.G, but such a tilter for HLE Life Esports. They must have felt that game was completely in control, and then suddenly everyone in Gen.G starts building tank, and they're all just unkillable.
Get him out in Soul, build some tank items, and win some team fights as a death ball. They do exactly that. Gen.G gonna take a 42.5-minute game here as game 3 in the series and take the lead 2-1.
But they're against Chovy Azir, which it's been such an issue this whole series. I guess at least they have the Unravel Dirt, so they can throw that down when he tries to dash in. And be like, no, Chovy.
It's gonna help, you know, and you have a lot more lockdown. Doran! Oh no. And he just swapped back to his gun as well. The Q is going to land here, already flashed, and one more hit would do it. There it is, first blood given over to Canyon, who was given R5 Lee Sin and is looking to make it work for him. And
how did he know?
Level 2 Lehens is here in mid, and now Zeka is dead. Lehens making a play early on in the game.
Yeah, you know what I was talking about? Shock isn't going to take that much damage, so Lehens kind of playing with free abandonment. He's got no flash here.
Yeah, turnaround. They want to punish Lehens for the play he just made, and they will, in fact, do that. And they'll even give the skill over to Viper. So, bit of a trade back. Canyon, meanwhile, is going to take the Void Grubs.
We're back. We're back in. It's going to be useless, so they're here to counter.
There is about to be a big shebang in the top lane. It's a 4v4 as now Peanut going to be dragged over the wall, does flash away, and Chovy not able to get over either. And now another wall's coming in as Zeka looking to join under the turret. Have Gen.G gone too far? The answer looks like yes for now, but Chovy going to sweep up Doran and at least trade it back. And now Chovy here full on health, has enough mana, but goes. Just stay 4-on-4 for now until the TP is about to be available.
I think Keen's trying to keep him engaged so he doesn't have a chance to TP. Obviously, Xante can very easily interrupt it.
Oh, keeping it leashed is Canyon. He says, okay, give it a try. And the dragon to be burst down, and no, it goes the way of Canyon.
Ones are. Peanut's here, but he doesn't have ult.
They are going to commit to this. The flash engage from Lehens sails totally wide as Chovy looks like he's going to stop him from getting over, but it doesn't quite matter as now Canyon in a bit of trouble himself as well. It's just going to be 2 kills to the Zeri, who is now 3-0. Viper benefit.
I feel like that's been the consistent theme of this series. Second dragon will be picked up by Gen.G though, and they are hoping to high roll a good soul off the back of this.
And it's Ocean.
So, not great. Not too hot. But still, like, it's decent. Obnoxiously broken.
Yeah.
It's kind of reminded when we were talking about Zeri and pentakills. Unlike he's setting up this, Doran already chunked low, and Keen has TP.
Yeah, look at this TP war on the bottom left. It's going to be massive if he ever TPs. Oh, it's just going to go to Canyon. And now the Wombo comes in, a massive sweep from the side of Chovy. And yes, a bit of damage goes back, and the Zeri is surviving. They get a kill onto Canyon, but can Viper do it alone is really the question. Dorian getting in there. They're taking out Chovy. They take out the carry. And now Keen getting in there on the Cassante. Dorian in the backline. He redeems himself. And Keen, he dodges so many of the Qs from the Zeri. It's not even funny. But eventually, he just taps on him, and Viper wins the fight.
The cleanup from
Chovy had a great time sweeping Jinxes. By the way, we do have Doran in a lot of trouble, as does the power of the Kaisa, I suppose, gets in on a Doran, who is once again bullied. The rest of the team was not running that direction.
Remember I said that thing about assume the reckon, which, I mean, this is the thing, it's a lower value soul, you only have 2, so it's not like soul or elders coming anytime soon anyway, so GenG opting to put that pressure topside instead, I think is understandable. And especially a singular Ocean Drake this late is not doing much for anyone.
Yeah. What is it? 2% max health every 5 seconds.
Instant health every 5 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, even worse.
Yeah.
Not feeling great. But on the side of GenG, they're going to feel great.
Even uses W to kind of block it out, and now starting up the Baron. I would not risk a flip here. Canyon has had Peanut's number when it comes to smites, but if they can start a fight, they still have ults available.
Yeah, they're going to turn, and Chovy gets away from that one. Peanut taking a huge amount of damage, actually, but Lahan's kind of left out to dry as the turn does come in, but they're only hoping for one kill. Chovy still trying to run. He's going to have to fight away the Taliyah on the wall.
Inevitable.
Yeah, exactly. Just totally taking over games and stuff. I mean, there were opportunities, surely, for the Jinx, but not quite the case. As now Lahen's, he's gonna get the grab here on a Viper and maybe a chance, but now the peel comes through. Chovy's got some soldiers forward, but they want to burst him down 100 to 0. They don't quite do it though, and the damage comes through, but look at the damage. Chovy gets a 3-man sweep on in and just turns the fight, takes out the Zeri. Down goes Delight, down goes Doran, and Zeka is alone. The stopwatch timing is so good, but Chovy eventually does go down, but it's traded. Gen.G, they take a huge fight in the mid lane.
I just can't believe he keeps playing these fights. It feels like so flawlessly every time.
Seems like I'm more important right now.
It's like, you're on your own, buddy.
Yeah. No thanks, not blocking that Taliyah damage. And now it's second Ocean Drake of the game, and both teams are here.
It's a 4K gold lead for GenG.
Trying to make a play. Delight gonna be hooked out of his dash. Down he will go. GenG looking to stack even more. Good smite from Canyon, just in case.
Yep, they've been stacking up these dragons, and oh, might look for something here.
Yeah, I mean, they scanned out the vision. Lahen's looks dead. Oh, the hook is incredibly awesomely buffered, but eventually Vi just presses R, and they take him out. But still a lot extra had to be used to take him forward.
Viper does have 4 items now, though. So does Pays, who's gone quite AP heavy. So a lot of poke. Oh, Peanut.
Trying to get in there. No more Celestial opposition now for Delight either. And Keen gonna force out the flash, and a double knockup comes out from Keen. Wall is gonna be utilized here by the side of Zeka, but Kaisa can easily get over that. And now you don't have Weaver's Wall. Delight is chunked out with no support item. And this is Ocean Soul. Knockup on a Chovy though, he's gonna get stunned up, and the Zonyas will have to be burned. Didn't quite take that much damage, and now the sweep comes in! Chovy gets it done once again, and Viper's just out of the fight. Gets the R pressed on him, the depth charge, and now Pays finding the angle, gets into the backline. Viper is so incredibly low as the hook comes in, and finally, just finally, he will go down as GenG, the clean ace in the bottom lane.
And you know,
in 2000
series, but looks like it's going to come to the end. And, you know, I'm just going to say it. I think this could have even been a 3-0 for Hanwha Life Esports if it wasn't for Chovy putting the entire series on his back and just saying, I am the best player in the LCK, witness me.
He certainly did that today, and GenG have done that as well in the LCK right now. 3-1 is the score line. They make it into the grand finals, and they qualify for MSI. Congratulations to GenG, currently the best team.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.